Hey darlings, I'm Freya Graff and I'm a holistic sex coach and educator and yoni mapping therapist. And I thought I'd create this video today to chat with you about the chemistry of female orgasms because this is one of my favorite topics and I find it pretty fascinating. So the process that goes on inside a female body when we have an orgasm is pretty bloody amazing and powerful because it involves the release of hormones and certain physiological processes that are also present in childbirth and breastfeeding. So let's first look at what happens in the brain. At the point of orgasm, the brain releases massive amounts of oxytocin and dopamine. Oxytocin is nicknamed the love hormone because it promotes feelings of connection and bonding with a partner after orgasm, and also with your baby after they've just made a very painful appearance into the world via your vagina. So that's a thing. And then dopamine is a feel-good neurotransmitter connected to the reward center of your brain. So those two things are already like getting you feeling pretty good, pretty juicy. And then orgasm also prompts a surge in testosterone, which can then make us feel more confident, energized, assertive, and more horny. So yeah, having orgasms increases testosterone, which then increases our desire for sex, makes us want to have more sex and orgasms, and then your testosterone, it's a nice little cycle to be in for once. So on top of that, you also release serotonin, bonus, and DHEA, which boost your mood and make you feel happier and more content. Love it. Plus, nitric oxide is given a boost as well, which helps you cope with stress and it helps you feel less pain. And it also improves your mood. So it's a pretty epic cocktail of chemicals that your brain gets bathed in when you climax. Fun stuff. So yeah, this is pretty amazing and it contributes to why it's so good for your physical and mental health to have orgasms. However, it can be a bit of a double-edged sword in some cases because this fun concoction in your brain is super powerful and it can turn against us if, for instance, we're trying to enjoy like a casual friends with benefits sitch or have like one night stands and we're trying to be all empowered and have a hoe phase. And then the brain chemistry involved in great sex, all those chemicals I just listed, it makes us bond and attach to the person that we're just trying to have a fling with. And this is fun if you're in a relationship with someone and it's really safe to feel connected and attached and invested in that person who you're having sex with. But if you're having casual sex that's really enjoyable and you're orgasming with this person, it's all great. If they all of a sudden ghost you or things end between you and the supply of sex and feel-good hormones dries up, your brain will have withdrawals and it will crave and yearn for that person even if you weren't that into them on an emotional level. Even if you didn't really want to date them or anything and you knew it was cash, your brain is going to be having withdrawals and making you feel like you miss them and you're more attached to them than you actually are. So we can actually have oxytocin withdrawals and suffer from these like kind of fake feelings for someone that aren't really that genuine because of all these chemicals making us feel more attached and bonded. And so when something ends that was just cash or whatever, but you're having a great time with it, we can feel way more devastated than we expected or than we think that we should feel. Have you ever experienced this phenomenon? It is a huge bummer and it leaves people, especially I hear so much from clients, it leaves them feeling really disempowered, really unsure of themselves, like what's wrong with me? I didn't even like him that much. Now I'm obsessed with him. I always want what I can't have. As soon as it's gone, I miss it. It's very disempowering being in that position and feeling like you don't have any control over it. So yeah, that's a little info on what's happening in those cases, and that's like the brain chemistry talking. And I think it doesn't lessen the effects or the challenge of going through those withdrawals after something ends with someone, but it is helpful to at least know like you're not a bad feminist. It's not you. It's like that cocktail of hormones in your brain that basically is the same cocktail of hormones that prevents you from, you know, hating your baby when it's just ripped you from V to A, and actually makes you bond and attach to it. You know, that's what's happening to these sexual partners. So maybe choose who you fuck wisely. So now let's look at what happens in the body when we orgasm. Blood pressure and respiration rate and heart rate all can increase during orgasm. We'll often have like contraction of anal, uterine, and PC muscles, pelvic floor muscles. So you may feel like a pulsing or contraction inside the vagina from this. A woman's skin often becomes more sensitive to touch leading up to and during orgasm. And erogenous zones like the nipples can become particularly sensitive. Some women also experience a sex flush during orgasm, where like the skin on the chest and face appears pink or red due to increased blood flow. Not everyone though. Plus, there's generally a sex flush going on downstairs too, because your erectile network is filling up with blood and becoming nice and engorged. So you can often see the labia get all puffy and swollen and maybe change color a little bit due to the darker color of the blood, like that they're filled with, because there's all erectile tissue underneath there. And the clit will also expand with blood too and become erect, because that is also a part of your erectile network. So we actually get tiny little hard-ons, and this engorgement of erectile tissue in our vaginas and vulvas is what gives us access to more pleasure and deeper orgasms too. So if you would like to learn more on how to make that happen and how it all works, your erectile network, all of that, I've got loads of content about that on my Instagram. And I also have an incredible online course called Queen Out that teaches you step by step exactly how to master your body and arousal processes for more pleasure and better orgasms. So feel free to join me over there to go even deeper on this stuff, because oh my god, it will change your life. I'll pop the links to that below, and don't forget to like this video and share it, and hit the subscribe button to follow me as well for more fascinating content about sex and the like, because I got the goods, I'm telling you. I got lots more where this came from. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon.